now that the Euros has officially kicked off, I think it's about time that we preview our Saints in France. I'm joined by Clive. So first of all, we've got Saints, 6 Saints players representing Southampton in the European Championships in France this summer, mate. Let's start with Northern Ireland, Stephen Davis, their captain. What are you expecting of him and maybe Northern Ireland in the Championships?
Stephen Davis has been immense for Northern Ireland. I've been following them in the qualifiers, and he's just played so well for them. He's led them, as captain, and the fans there absolutely love him. Northern Ireland are there, can they do anything? Very, very difficult group, but who knows? Who knows? They've got a team together. They've got a team very, very much together. Their spirit is amazing. The spirit is amazing. And if the teams don't score against them early doors, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, so like you said, Northern Ireland have got a really tough group. They've got Germany, Poland and Ukraine. Best case scenario, they could get third on paper. But let's move on to the next players then. Let's stick with the Irish theme. Shane Long represented the Republic of Ireland. Their youngest striker, would you believe?
Well, he looks about 18, doesn't he? Yeah, Shane Long. Look, he's the second half of the season. Maybe, it was scoring that winner against Germany, wasn't it, in the qualifiers?
Right.
Was the start of the period when he got his self-confidence, I think, because for so many years, even at Reading and where did he play? Hull, West Brom. He was seen as a guy to bring off the bench and change a game. And then after that Germany game, he got that goal for them, and his confidence seemed to soar, and his performances soared. And for the rest of the season, he was just brilliant for us. And well, what can you say about it? The goals he got were so vital towards the end of the season, and his work rate inspired the crowd, get the crowd going. Yeah. A typical Irish lad, actually, does never give up.
I think he'll probably be their talisman.
Walters is injured, I believe, isn't he? Or there's a doubt about Walters.
Is there?
So, yes, he will very much be their talisman, you'd say.
So, yeah, I mean, obviously you've got Robbie Keane as well, who's 35, in the middle of an MLS campaign as well, because they start their seasons in January and finish in November time. So Robbie could be burnt out. He was also struggling with a few niggles and injuries, but it's likely that Shane Long will start for Ireland in their opening game in a few days' time. So let's move on to the English lads then. Fraser Forster and Ryan Bertrand representing obviously England. As much as we love to sing Fraser Forster at England #1, but I don't think he's going to start, is he?
No, I don't suppose he would. Great backup though for England. Great backup. No doubting that if he gets called to go in, that he'll do the country proud. Like he has done Saints for the second half of the season. So, yeah, very, very good professional to come back from that horrible injury that he had and be, so consistent in the second half of the season. So, he probably won't get a shout, to be honest. But who knows? Who knows? You never know what happens in football. Players get sent off. Goalies can get sent off because they can be the last man.
Yeah. So our second, obviously, Englishman representing Saints, Ryan Bertrand. At left back for the Three Lions. This one is really up for grabs for him because it is a duel between Danny Rose, who's had a fantastic campaign with Spurs this season, and Ryan just as well, just as good a season at Saints. But who do you think Ryan will realistically start against Russia tomorrow night?
No, because he's been missing from a few training sessions, and Rose has played probably more of the games coming into the tournament. So I'd imagine that they'll start with Rose and see again how the tournament goes, really.
So let's move on then to another duo that's representing Saints. Two Portuguese lads, Cedric and Jose Fonte, obviously of Portugal. Jose Fonte, it looks like he will be deputising for what will likely to be Bruno Alves and Pepe starting at the back for Portugal.
I've no doubt in that he's up to the task.
Yeah,
he's up to the task. Been a very, very consistent player for Saints, and it's amazing to think that he came here, dropping down to League One, and here he is now. How many years later? Five, is it?
5 or 6, yeah.
5 or 6, and he's now, starting our European Championship. So
yeah,
great professional.
So Cedric looks like he will be starting for Portugal in a few days' time. It looks like he's their only right back. If he has a great tournament, do you think his value will be recognised more at Saints? Obviously, of course, if Ronald stays.
Yeah, of course. I was thinking tonight, watching tonight's game, France against Romania. How many would Saints have scouts in that crowd? Would every Premier club have scouts in that crowd? When you look at the likes of Kante, who has been almost player of the season this year in the Premier League. So this is a shop window. The European Championships are very much a shop window. And Cedric, well, you'd have to say, because he didn't play towards the end of the season, his future may be in doubt. I don't know. Of course, it all depends on the new manager, if there is a new manager.
So let's round things off then with Graziano Pelle. He broke into the Italian team when he was playing really well for Saints nearly 2 years ago now. But what do we expect of him in the tournament?
Well, Italy generally have a slow build-up, don't they? And he's so good at holding the ball up. So very useful for Italy. Very useful, because if they're going to have that slow build-up and go an aerial route, then Pelle is very important to them. And he's scored the odd goal for them. Like the manager says out there, they've had far, far better teams in the past. But again, they're a team together.
Yeah.
They're a team together. Italy know how to squeak out a 1-0, defend for 89 minutes and just get that vital goal. They might be a dark horse.
I mean, he's got quite a good goal ratio for the international team. 13 appearances and 5 goals.
Yeah. Let's hope he can do that with us next season if he's still here.
So let's wrap things up then. What are your predictions for the Euros? Who's your top tip?
Oh, do you know what? I'd love to see Northern Ireland cause an upset. I'd love the spirit of Northern Ireland. Personally, totally England, and I think we've got a lot of ability going forward. But from what I've seen lately, we just can't defend set pieces at all, which is going to cost us. Until the tournament gets going, no, let's qualify. Let's get to the next stage and see where we go. But yeah, who's the top tip? Well, gosh, I don't know. Germany's power seems to be waning a little bit, doesn't it? I think if France get head of steam up, they've got a very good chance. I really do. Just the emotional thing. They've got some very good quality players there, as Payet's just proven with that wonderful goal. And I think France could be a force. Obviously, Spain. I said Italy, the dark horse, as always. But come on, England,
More importantly, for the Saints players, who's going to score the most goals?
Graziano's going to get a couple.
A couple more than Shane?
Ireland are going to be, again, they need that teamwork together. They haven't got any star players, have they, really? Shane's probably the star, to be honest, at the moment. They never give in, Ireland, Republic. That's one thing about them. If I had Roy Keane banging my door at 12:30 at night, I think I would want to play quite, as the best to my ability.
So that's it from us. Those are our predictions for the Euros. Let us know in the comments below who's going to score the most goals out of Shane Long and Graziano Pelle, and subscribe for more.